Whose dick are you fucking with? Are you fucking with the RSD dick, the mystery method dick, the Ross Jeffries dick, the fucking whatever it is? And see, the thing is so many guys are looking for something outside of themselves to get a result because they're sexually repressed. And that is like the biggest fucking problem. Nobody wants to fuck with their own dick. And so think about this. Like, what do you have to do? What do you have to do in order to be a sexually active man? What is it that you need? And we look for this stuff, man, whether we, come to TSL, we come to Nick Sparks, James Marshall, Vince Kelvin, any of these guys. And we think that in order to be a sexually active human being, we have to be like them. Whose life are you living? Whose dick are you trying to fuck with? And what world are you trying to create that is not your own in order to be fulfilled? In order to be fulfilled with something that is your birthright, to be a sexually happy and healthy human being, something that is your birthright, to be a social human being. And in order to see that somebody, in order to look for something outside of yourself, to fulfill you, you have to have an adequacy there, behind it. So whether we manufacture that, whether we walk into the men's development industry thinking that we're less than, thinking that we're in deficit, thinking that we're not good enough, or we go like, you know what, I just want some help with some dating or some getting in some shape or whatever. Like I just want to kind of like have my stuff together a little bit more. We will walk out of we'll say the dating and seduction industry with a feeling of inadequacy because it is totally broadcasted that you can't be you. You have to be somebody else. In order to be a sexual man, in order to enjoy sex, in order to have the party time, in order to have all the good things that we see could be available about sex or whatever it is that you think is going to make you happy, we have to be somebody else. I got to fuck with somebody else's dick and not my own. And the problem is everybody is different and you have to realize to make decisions from yourself. And the question actually got brought up on our call, basically like, well, what happens if you have zero experience? If you have zero experience, where the fuck do you start? And see, the thing is as it was explained, the method is not the truth, but you need results. You need to get results. If you haven't had sex, find out ways to get sex. But the way where the seduction industry fucks up men is from actually with a certain type of dude. It adds great benefit to a lot of guys who are like, hey, I want some help. Okay, I'm going to do what this guy with fucking pink hair says. I'm going to do it. And then they get a result and then they go on and they fuck and they're like totally cool and all that sort of stuff happens, right? They get a result. It's fucking badass. They're able to be sexual and they walk away from it. They find their own way. But the guy that it fucks up, the guy where the seduction industry totally makes into this self-hating individual, to this person that becomes more and more confused, to this person that just doesn't know where to begin and thinks that he's even more inadequate where he was to start with, is the guy who doesn't get any experience and buys into the mentality, or he gets experience but never allows his true expression to take over. Whose dick are you fucking with? Whose life are you living in order to be yourself? And what is it that is not good enough within you? Seriously, in order to have the life that you want. And really think about this. Answer that question for yourself. What do you want? Career, business, sex, women, friendship, lifestyle. Who do you have to be in order to get that? And if the answer is anything outside of yourself, that's where you need to start. How can I start to see me and walk that road to where I can live the life that I want?